Okay, folks, James McCormick here and Bravo with Digging History, and we're going to go out on a very special hunt today. We've been reading up on a lost treasure that was lost somewhere in Mason County between New Haven and Hartford. And there's a big ghost story that goes with this. Now, I've searched that area, and the oldest coin I ever found out there was an 1845 Canadian half penny, which was kind of odd to find out there. But we have secured a map of the area from 1877. So remember what I told you, you do a little research before you go out, and then your chances of finding something or getting close to something is a whole lot better. So there's been a lot of construction work, timbering, things like that in the area. I know that some of the areas are private property, some are public. So we've got to watch that. And we're going to do a lot of walking today. So we've got extra water. We've got some snacks for Bravo because he needs it. And he's excited. He's ready to get out there. But as we're reading up on this, it's a pretty scary ghost story that goes that two guys were brought about 1.5 bushels of silver to the area, and they were going to invest in land, and they had parked across the river near Syracuse, Ohio, and they were attacked, they were robbed, and they were brutally murdered. Their bodies were buried under a rock cliff, and years later they found the skeletons of these two men, so there is some truth to this. But some of the locals have found some coins that had been spilled, and there was a discussion by one of the killers who made a deathbed confession to what happened and even drew a map of where it was at. And supposedly a rock fell on the location where they had buried the treasure, but there's just been a lot of work in there. Roads have been put in, buildings have been built, coal mines came in, salt works came in. Chances of finding the treasure are probably not good, but chances of finding some of that dropped treasure or something that maybe somebody found later and they hid it someplace else is pretty good. Plus, you also have to understand that there was a lot of old houses that are been gone. So in 1877, there was a whole community back there. During the Civil War, there was a cave. They called it the Old Horse Cave. We're going to try to find that location. It's quite a walk away to get to that. I'm still dealing with some heat, so we bring a lot of water with us as well. I'd say we'll probably walk about 8 or 10 miles today. So we have to be ready for that one. And Bravo, he's had a good night's sleep. I've had a good night's sleep. My wife knows where I'm going, knows where the car's going to be parked. And then we'll send a signal when we get out there from our cell phone to let her know a pretty good location where we're at. Why? Because this is a serious hunt, folks. And on top of that, you not only you have, the rigors of the terrain, but you also have the ability to run into people that are not so nice out there. So that's why, I always tell people that I'm always armed, and obviously Bravo is out there as well. But there has been some known drug activity out there. But I don't know that it's going to be as deep in the woods as we're going. Let's hope not anyway. So anyways, we'll be shooting some video of this trip. We're going to call this the real treasure hunting trip. We're going out to look for 1.5 bushels, a basket of silver coin. Let's see what we do, and let's see how it works out. Keep watching on Digging History, folks.